Uh-huh. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. They're saying sexist. Sexist. Not. Are you sure?
Anthony Fantano's a famous music critic on YouTube. Recently, he's come under fire on Twitter and across social media for being sexist, predominantly for his low ratings on the recent Taylor Swift album Tortured Poets Department and Gracie Abrams' The Secret of Us. Today, I'm going to test out the validity of these claims by doing an exhaustive statistical review of Anthony Fantano's rating of women and men and compare the averages to find out if there's a quantifiable difference. This will determine whether or not Anthony Fantano projects a level of sexism into his ratings. The plan is to comb through 100 of Anthony Fantano's most recent reviews, choosing 50 reviews on women and 50 reviews on men. For the sake of the video, if a rating is given a light by Anthony, a plus 0.25 will be added to his score. If it's given a decent, a plus 0.5, and if it's given a strong, a plus 0.75. So a strong 8, for example, will be classed as an 8.75. A not good will be given a 0. Before we start, here are some quick rules. Number 1, mixed gender bands will be excluded. Number 2, non-binary people will be excluded. Number 3, monogender bands will be included, such as Bring Me the Horizon's Post-Human. Number 4, monogender collaborations will be included, such as MGK and Trippie Redd on Genre Sad Boy. Number 5, mixtapes will be included. Finally, number 6, if the review is done by other people on the Needle Drop channel, these will be excluded. A disclaimer before we start. This is an imperfect framework and intended for entertainment purposes. The following video is not an accusation, as there is context and limitations to the analysis provided. Firstly, the men from most recent to least recent. Skip to this point in the video if you just want to see the results.
A light 8 on it, a decent 2 strong 5, a light 2 decent 7, strong 6, light 8, a strong 5 to a light 6, a strong 4, a light 7, a light 2 decent 5, a light 3, a light 6, feeling a light 8, not a strong 6, light 2 decent 8, 2 decent 8, feeling a strong 8. CP is not good. Project, it's not good. A light 2 decent 6. A light 7, decent 2 strong 9. A decent 2 strong 6, a strong 6 to a light 7. A decent to strong 7 on strong 5 to a light 6. Light 2 decent 8, strong 5 to a light 6. Strong 2 to a light 3, light 2 decent 6, light 2 decent 9. Strong 5 to a light 6, a light 3, feeling a light 2 decent 9, 0 on this 2. Forever. Light 2 decent 6, a strong 7 to a light 8, a light to decent 5, feeling a light 4, light 6, feeling a strong 4 to a light 5, decent 2 strong 7, a decent 2 strong 7, feeling a strong 6, decent to strong 7, a decent 2 strong 8, a decent 2 strong 7, a light 5, decent 8 on this thing.
And now for the women's ratings.
I'm feeling a decent 2 strong 3 on this one, strong 8, which is why I'm feeling a strong 9 to a 10 on this LP. Feeling a strong 6 on it, decent 2 strong 9, a decent to strong 7, a light 2 decent 7, a strong 5 to a light 6 to a light 6, feeling a strong 8 to a light 9. I kind of feel like it's probably a strong 3. A strong 4 to a light 5. It's better, but not by much. Light 8, a decent 8. Strong 8 to a light 9. Strong 8. I'm feeling a decent 2 light 4. A decent 2 strong 6. A decent 2 strong 8. Strong 8. Light 2 decent 6. Light 2 decent 7. Strong 7. A light 4. A decent 2 strong 9. A light 2 decent 8. Strong 6 to a light 7. Kate McRae album. It's not good. Feeling a strong 8. I'm feeling a light 2 decent 7. A light 8. A strong 3 to a light 4. A decent 2 strong 8. Feeling a light 5. A light 8. Strong 7. A decent 6. A strong 6. A light 2 decent 4. A light 2 decent 6. A light 8. A light 7. A strong 6. Feeling a light 2 decent 5. A strong 7 to a light 8. Strong 7 to a light 8. A light 2 decent 8. Light 3 on this record.
After reviewing all 100 of these scores, something stood out to me. When I was gathering the data, I noticed the reviews he did for albums by women were few and far between. By the time I'd gathered 50 videos for men, I'd only gathered 27 for women. This would mean roughly only 35% of his videos are actually about women. In fact, it took me back about 10 months before I gathered my sample size for women, whereas I only had to comb through 4 months of videos before I found 50 for men. While this might not mean anything tangible, and is probably due to Anthony's typical genres being dominated by men, this could still indicate an inherent bias against women and a pattern of Anthony disregarding their music. That said, here were the results for men. Fantano averaged his ratings at 6.13 out of 10 for the albums made by men, with most of the scores being between the 6 and 7 range. His most popular score was a light 6, having been given 6 times across these 50 videos. The graph for women seems to be similar. However, you'll notice a massive increase of scores from the 8 to 9 range when compared with the men. Overall, his average was moderately higher for the women, averaging at 7 out of 10 compared to the men's 6.13. His most popular score for women was a strong 8, having given this to 8 albums in total. Looking at the raw statistics, it seems there is no evidence of sexism in Fantano's ratings. However, a pure statistical analysis is not the perfect framework for judging sexism in music criticism. A lot of the time, it's Anthony's specific disparagement within the album review that result in many saying he is sexist. For example, in his review of Fiona Apple's Fetch the Bolt Cutters, he said Fiona lacked a lyrical filter. In the comments of this video, many noted that as a man, he isn't able to understand the female perspective, meaning he wasn't able to rate the album fairly or objectively. Ultimately, Fantano's gender does make him vulnerable to sexism in his reviews. However, I don't think you need to directly relate to music to enjoy it. At the end of the day, make your own conclusion. What do you guys think?